Hey everyone, welcome back to Voices of Kung Fu. In this episode, we sit down with Sifu Toni Parada, founder of Internal Pugilism Thailand, to explore a journey shaped through real experience, hard training, and deep study. From his early days of study to intense hands on training under traditional teachers, to later exploring internal systems like Bagua and Tai Chi. This is a conversation that bridges raw experience with refined understanding. We talk about structure, principles, internal development, and what it really takes to move beyond technique and into true skill. It's a deep dive into how different paths, external, internal, traditional, and modern, can all shape a practitioner over time. If you enjoyed the episode, you can support the show by using buymeacoffee.com/voice of kung fu. The link is in the description. It really helps us keep these conversations going. Real training, real people, real voices. This is Voice of Kung Fu. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Voices of Kung Fu, where we explore real journeys, real training, and real stories from across the martial arts world. Hosted by myself, Sifu Nishan, and Sifu Alex, and proudly supported by the ICG PMA, the International Chaga Praying Mantis Association. Today, we're excited to be joined by Sifu Toni Parada, head of Internal Pugilism Thailand, based in Bangkok. We've actually been following his work for a while now through his Facebook group and videos, so it's great to finally have the chance to sit down and talk with him. A big thank you goes out to Sifu Julian Dell from the Eagle Claw Kung Fu School UK for making the introduction and connecting us. Sifu Toni's journey spans Muay Thai, early submission fighting, and deep study in internal Chinese martial arts, bringing together both modern combat experience and traditional systems. Let's get into it.
Welcome, Tony. Pleasure to have you on the podcast. Just to open, tell us, if you can, tell us a bit about yourself, where you were born and raised, and how you got into martial arts.
So at first, it's like the teenagers that they got bullied at the high school. Then that I tried to get into some sportive kind of runnings, weightliftings, kind of that, and it moved to kind of martial art because I saw the sandbag is very practical to train. So I asked my parents to get the sandbag that time, and my father quite surprising. Why do you need it, Tony? I said like I just want to exercise that to make myself like get stronger. So he bought it for me. So I start kicking, punching it, and when we call sandbag at that time, I thought that we gonna put real sand inside. And after I punched for a week, I realized it's become the cement. So, but I still, keep practice, and the sand is getting tight and tighter, then until you feel like the pole. So, but it's good some way that to grow kind of the strength of your bone. But finally, I realized that we can put the other kind, like like cloth, like the piece of the leathers inside that feel better. And of course, I get stronger then until my friends can see the muscle is grow. Kind of my fist is like not like this. It's kind of like the thick
Alice.
of the
Yeah.
skin. Yeah, yeah, and also elbow, but yeah, at that time, I think that I have like the good skill to protect myself a bit. That people see my physical, then they realize that Tony is changed. It's not like the old Tony. So that is the way that from the beginnings. Then I realized that it's not enough. So I have one of my friend, his father owned a Muay Thai camp at a local temple, nearby the local temple at that time. So I went to join the camp, and I realized it's very, very strict program. We need to run in the morning, I think at least like 10 kilometers, every days, come back with the rope jump, and also like clinching after that. And traditional ways, is not like high technology gymnasium like this time. Like the fitness is not like this.
Tony, were you born and raised in
It is.
Bangkok? Or yeah.
Yes, it's in Bangkok. Bang Si area is being like not downtown, but not too far away from the downtown. At that time, things is not like this time.
Yeah, so they're training fighters, not helping you get fit.
Yeah. So differently because we train a lot, and I went down to the ground on the ring many times because they use the crunching techniques, and when they
Yeah.
knee at the first time, you feel like, oh my God, it's pain in the ass. The rib cage is there like, Tony, this is not good at all.
Was that your first introduction to a martial art, going to a Muay Thai training camp?
It's not really that because me and my friend like to, when we get stronger, kind of like we become kind of the leader. Okay, so when we went out to the area that teenager like to go to the weekend, we got fight a lot on the street. Like the people, different gangs that we fight like the teenagers like that. So
Yeah.
we have the motivation that we need to get more skill to protect ourselves or beat them up too.
Yeah. So, but a formal, like an actual going to a formal place to learn a skill from
Mhm.
a teacher, was that the first time going to a camp?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And what was that like? What was it
So
like going to a Muay Thai training camp, and like what was your first experience like going there?
it's it's not the thing that I imagined before I joined the camp. It's like torture yourself every day. Yeah, yeah. But I have the motivation that we need to protect ourselves along the way. That we have a hangout time with friends in Siam Square. Siam Square at that time, teenagers companies in the weekend. So if they want to beat us, so they come. So that's why we need to make sure that we can protect ourselves when fighting.
How long were you training at the camp for?
Just only a year and a half only. After that, I think 4 months is enough, to gain the skill actually to kick someone. Yeah, yeah, and we train a lot.
Yeah, I think after that, it's you're honing your skill, you're working out tactics and strengthening the body even more because when you get to the level of the fighters, they have to be tough. They have to have knowledge and skill. They have to go through hardship to know that when they get in the ring, they can keep going, not just give up easily. So what made you decide to stop that training or leave?
Because like a teenager somehow, like we got girlfriend, we have many things to do, and we have enough skill to fight things. So I still practicing at my house, but not to to like too strict like in the camp. Okay, still running, jogging in the morning, kind of that, but not too much. Yeah, jump the rope, and at that time, my chin is kind of like the break because hit the sandbag really oftenly, round kick mostly, and teep, straight kick,
Yeah.
elbow. At that time, teenagers, they're lazy. It's not like me. So we want to train ourselves like the warrior. So that's I think enough for yeah,
Yeah.
for beat them up. Yeah. Mhm.
So what happened then that you kind of naturally dropped away from that training? Nothing major, you just teenager and you dropped away, you did other things. Where did you go next? What happened next?
It's not stop just Muay Thai because at that time I don't know what is brought me into Chinese martial art. The first one is the Kru Mu Bang Si. Okay. Someone told me that, oh, you're supposed to see this crew, okay, or teacher or instructor, okay, but it's like the local. He stay underneath of the apartment of the monk in the temple, Wat Sapan Sung, he doing some craft for Thai local movies, something to some tools, and he's like the fat guy, very fat one, but masculine. Okay, it's like the sumo. It's not like chubby like that. Is
Yeah, yeah.
huge. Okay,
Solid.
it's solid. And at first, there I met him. It's in the temple. Okay, we went there. He's quite rude, the way that he's saying, but not in the bad way. He like to say he like to speak like slang or some rude words like that. He's very local, And he said, like, what are you doing here? It's not your place at all. I said that I want to study. He said, really? His look is like long hair to the end of the back with mustache. The face is like, how would say, it's like Guan Yu. It's like, I don't know how to say. I will send picture for you, and then you can imagine about them.
Yeah, Guan Yu,
About him. Yeah,
big
yeah,
red
like
face.
yes, right, like like yeah. And he tries to take a bath, beside the temple from the tap. You know, yeah, he sit on the ground, soaking with the water. Wash his face with the, I would say, it's not a soap. It's kind of thing that you're washing the dish. Okay, yeah. So he doesn't care much
Right.
about his life over there. Yeah, the way that he trained, he teaching the Thai sword, and also some of external is called like Li Chuan, that is produced from like Li Gega, Ju Gega, like that.
Ah,
But it's quite hybrid because some of the master try to develop, okay, by himself. But Mo Bang Si himself is different. His style is very simple, okay, but it's very hard. When you ask him the question about the technique, you need to prepare yourself, okay, to get hit.
yeah, he
When
show you.
yeah, and then he said, "I'm sorry, Tony. I know, the blood is going to be coming off of your lips, somehow that you need to hold yourself, stand, because it's very heavy, yeah,
So
and it's
the
fast."
these are southern Hakka arts.
I think so. At that time, I
Yeah,
have no idea, but yeah, it's
right.
come from Li Gega, Ju.
Wow. So crew Mu Bang Su had, was it Krabi Krabong? Was that the Thai fighting style, or was it a different
It's
Thai fight?
it's Thai sword. It's
Thai
Thai
sword.
sword.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not called Kabi Kabong at all because when we practice, it's not. He taught me the basic stuff, and as I told you, bare hand technique. He gonna hit you when you ask question,
Yeah.
and of course, this kind of thing, he gonna hit you too. Okay, to make sure that yeah, you get the right one.
So
Yeah,
I
we
assume
bear we
he accepted you as a student, and then you started training with him regularly.
one of my friend, the senior one that introduced me to him first. Then we train beside the church there. That is kind of like the cement floor with the barefoot, okay, and the skin underneath the feet, all like peel out when you step a lot. Yeah, and the stick is it's like this size, the dimension of it is like it's not like this. It's huge one with the skin of the how you call it the rattan, okay, not peel out. And at the time, because we trained from 4 o'clock until to also almost midnight, the temple will turn off the light. When you hit with the lantern, with the you call the rattan, right? The like the bamboo
Ratanya.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, rattan. So you can see the spark, between the rattan to each
yeah.
other like that.
They spark, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you hit them fiercely, yeah.
Yes,
It's a
yes,
really
yes.
weird thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How old are you now?
At the time, I think like 16. Yeah, 16. Yeah. After Muay Thai about 1 years, yeah, I starting to study with him. Yeah,
So overlapped,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
What was the training like? Was it a mixture of like the rattan? Was it a lot of hand techniques, a lot of kicking and kneeing? Was it very different to anything you'd seen?
It's kind of like the trapping hands, that boxings, like trapping hands. Many ways to do like combinations and different. The kick is kind of a kick to use the ball of the feet, to kick to
Yeah,
the shin, to the toe, to the knee, to the groin, and around that temple is slum. Okay, teenagers around there, they got drunk, you know, drug. Okay, they got drug. Then some of them that have say want to get some troubles, because Kru Mu Bang Su is fat, and he lay down on the ground in front of his his apartment that downs from the monk apartment, okay, on the small alley. Then those teenagers, like you said, like I want, it's me like a fatty like this, and he's still like he doesn't care, just like saw some wood parts, make kind of the tools for decoration for the movie, something, but that 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 boy is come again, like what like this, right? He just stand up like slowly like that, and he hit that boy, to the chest. The boy actually he has a dark skin. He got hit, I can hear the voice like "Whoop," like that, his face is turning white like the paper immediately. Fell down to the ground, and choking. Yeah. So
Serious.
yeah, at that time is no CCTV. Okay, so but
Yes, definitely not.
we see it very oftenly. One time he brought my friend to Lumpini Park. He used the bus, local bus, the public transportation, and one drunk guy stay in front of him. And also again, one fatty, what are you doing here? Like he just sit there, And when he get into the station, he going down from the bus. He swing with the fist, to hit that hand, that guy's neck, hit to the pole inside the bus, passed out immediately, and he just walked through down to the ground, to the road. That's just him. Yeah, he doesn't care, He
Yeah,
doesn't
the moral of that
care.
is don't call him fatty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you learning any forms with him, or was it all just techniques and conditioning and
Yes. He has the form come from original the school, Heli Chuan. The in Thai people who practice it like to call Heli Chuan. I think inspiration it's called He Li Chuan. It's mean like harmonize the force and boxing. So it's like the boxing of harmonizing force. Okay, they have a form, but Mu Bang Shi he doesn't care much. He teach you the application. Yeah, he know the form, but is not the point that he teaching. He hit people. Yeah, that's his way.
yeah, it seemed
Yeah.
like with Crew Mubang Su, it was more about application, real combat
Practical
versus
application.
Yeah.
practical
Yeah.
application. These might doing a
Yeah.
sport or a competition. It was like
Mm.
he wanted to teach you martial arts, but from a purely kind of wow. And
Yeah.
how long did you train with him for, Tony?
I think like many years because I have a buddy. His name is Wu Song. He's taller, like 190 centimeters, huge, one masculine. We train like the brothers. It's like the martial art brother. And we enjoy, his school. Not school actually, like kind of like very local group that train together. And I think about almost 10 years he passed away. I think he got some like how to say he passed away because he got some heart attack something.
I'm sorry to
Yeah,
hear that.
and yeah. So but we still training after that. And about the weapons, when we show the sword, we use kind of like the Thai sword that make from the aluminum. Okay, aluminum. What is the bad side of aluminum? When you hit each other, the aluminum is got hit each other, it become like the saw. Okay,
Sharpens up.
it's not sharp like
Yes.
that. It's like
The little bits. Yeah.
it's like the saw. Okay, and when we had a show demonstration, it's not like choreography at all. He said like, you protect yourself, I protect myself. We hit each other. Show people. Okay, even him, got one student chop to the teeth until it's broken.
Gosh.
Yeah, and the other guys is poking to his butt, like the hole. He need to stint about like more than 15.
Okay.
When
Wow.
we show, he said like, you protect yourself, I
Yeah.
protect myself. Okay, I'm gonna hit you. Okay, he said like that. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. The the show is for the ceremony for cremation. Yeah, at the temple. Yeah, yeah.
With I'm interested. You were training for quite a long time with Mu Bang Su and your Kung Fu brothers. What was a
Mhm.
typical training day like? Was it techniques? Were you doing two-person kind of drills? Was there a lot of hitting each other, like striking, conditioning?
Yeah. We have the drills that are like trapping hands in many ways, the combinations, okay? And we have the technique that to, I would say, like body coverings to make sure that you understand when the strike come, how to protect yourself. Of course, about the kick, we kicking and we absorbing, bring the kick down, bring the leg down. In many ways, we have the kick like front kick, round kick, back kick, chop kick, low kick. Yeah. And we have a combination that hands with kicks. And I think we have less of throwing technique at that time. Yeah. Throwing
Mm,
technique at that time.
yeah.
Joint lock, no. No,
No,
just
no
like
joint locking.
striking. Yeah, more striking. And of course, there is no protector. Okay, not like this time. So we got bruised, all along the way that we train. And
Mm.
of course, we got cut too, somehow that mistake happened.
Did you ever
Yeah.
use medicine on the bruises?
Yes, we use cho kind of a vinegar with the herbs, and
Yeah.
alcohols that we used to cover ourselves. Yeah, so this is the way. So this is the way.
Yeah.
Did you see much in terms of similarities with Muay Thai and what you were doing, or were they completely different?
Different because this kind of martial art is is close combat. Okay, it's close combat.
Yeah.
It's not it's not like Muay Thai, not clinching much. We just like hit each other's, and it
Sounds
goes
like very
straight.
southern
Yes, right. It's right. Very
approach.
southern.
Yeah.
It's move forward, and we accept the kick, many ways. Then we
Yeah.
come in. Yeah. But Muay Thai has many
Interesting.
ways. Like yeah.
Yeah, it sounds very, very southern or Hakka based. Very interesting.
Yes.
I got bruised all the time.
Yeah, we
It's
know
In
well,
the
this. We know.
beginning. In the
it's
beginning.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the beginning. And then afterwards, not so much.
Couldn't
You
sleep well
kind
at
of
all.
toughen up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Were there any, just out of interest, with this system that you were learning with crew Mu Bang Su, were there any like qigong or any heigong exercises, or did it feel very fully external in what you were learning?
No qigong there. It's like we hit the
Not
bones
external
and
training.
stretch, all the time. And then that he's quite rough and not how to say not polite way. Okay. Yeah. If you bring your girlfriend together to see him, you're gonna be surprised that he has some word that to kind of like it's like joking, but somehow it's like bad joke.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Did you
So
did
it
you
sounds like
ever
a
It's
crude
not a good
individual.
idea.
learn his history about how he learned?
Yes, when he was teenagers, of course, he liked to like his habit. He liked to fight, beat people. If people try to bully him, something like that, that he's fat, and they thought that he's slow and has no abilities to fight back, is not that idea. So I think he went to see one of Chinese doctor. He's Thai, but Chinese Thai. Okay, people like to call like Sin Sa Li. Li Sin Sa is mean like the Doctor Li. He stay in the Dindang area. He has the school there. Mu Bang Sư, Kru Mu is joined the school, but not how to say. He just like learning something. He take it. He took it, and he applied by himself, roughly. Okay,
Right.
even he's fat. His kick, can kick to your chin badly, because his calf, like this. Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
When you got that kick, I don't know how to say, one of the Muay Thai guy got that kick, Yeah,
Finished.
he went to the hospital. We are the one that carry him to the hospital.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because he come to challenge like, oh, look at that fatty. Can you? I heard that you have skill something. Look at that. And Mu Bang Sư, stood up, and then then that guy is guarding like this, right? He kicked immediately to the groin. Yeah, that worthless down.
Yeah, simple. It is
Simple.
it's the part of the I think the Hakka traditions. A lot of the things
Yeah,
seem crude and they seem very simple, but they are finishers. If you get
yeah.
it right, no one likes a kick in the knackers.
I thought that Muay Thai practitioner prepare like fighting normally, but he's just like set up like this, After he finished his stand, he kicked immediately. Yeah, and
Timing is everything as well, isn't it?
he told me like the loser cannot speak Tony.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's that little story. Just kind of it's like this stories of Japanese samurai where Miyamoto Musashi he had loads of fights, and in the fight, when he went for challenges, he would do the timing was different. In one of them, he kind of jumped out of a boat, ran onto a beach where he was meeting someone, just jumped out the boat, ran and just chopped the other
Yeah.
guy. Was I think it
Yes.
was a young kid, chopped him in the head. Another time, he turned up, but he was 2 hours late. So they're getting frustrated, before he got there. And it's just using different timings, really, isn't it, as a strategy?
Yeah.
Tony, out
That's
of
why he
interest.
called.
No, carry on. I'll ask us afterwards.
Yeah, that's why Mu Bangsu never call his art like Li Chuan or something. He said like the art of fighting, along the road and street. Yeah, he said like that.
Right.
And he liked me and his student never call him Clue, He said like call me like, how to say the homeless, something like that, kind of that. Yeah.
The vagabond.
Yes, right. It's like that. Yeah.
When you look back at your training with crew Mu Bang Su, what is your biggest lesson from that, or your biggest learning?
When we train, it's pain, okay? But we pass the pain to understand that we can handle it. Actually, pain is not dead. And when you pain, Bruce, you got everything that you need to passing the process. So you can. It mean that it teaching me kind of you can do everything if you understand it, and it's not a big deal. Okay, and the discipline at that time is very motivate me to practice more, and then can handle his hit. Also, my friends, when we practice, it's not like fish sparring like this time. We have no growth. Okay, we use the bare hand and we hit about like 70% or 80%. Yeah, somehow. So you need to survive. And Mubang Sư teach us about like life is very simple, not elegance or elite, something that the teacher should be like sit on the chair, he sit on the floor. Okay. Dirty floor, around the temple. Dog, chit around, something like that. But he clean, of course, but it's just nothing under that. He just sit there and watch us to train. And he bare feet all the time in that area. Okay. It's not like clean area, no. It's a public area. Yeah. So he said like we are every time we come, he will ask for money, just like a little bunch of money. Do you have like 20 baht? Do you have like 100 like this for his child? Yeah, only that. Yeah, no charge actually. Like that. Yeah.
So there was no regular charge. You just every so often you just
Yes.
give them like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. So simple life. Yeah, that he taught me that, and life is little because he passed away. I think just like when he was 50 only. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
That must have been quite sad because you're losing
Yeah.
you're losing your teacher, a friend, and someone you've trained with for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he's had a hard life as well. I think beforehand,
Yeah.
in growing up.
Yeah.
So be wanting to fight like that and learn to fight like that, then normally something causes that.
Yeah.
So Tony, after training with crew Mu Bangsu, he's passed away, and you're still training with your training partners. What happens next in your journey?
Mostly I train in the garage at my house. My parents gonna be quite worried because I need to pay attention for school and study more than the martial art. In the garage, it's like open area with the roof and
Yeah.
sandbag. We train a lot until night. And like the teenagers who like martial art at that time, we have the movie. Okay, we have Stephen Seagal, Jet Li, and the others, and we move our attentions to kind of joint lock technique. Okay, I went to join the Aikido class for a couple times only, and I found out it's not my type at all. It's
Mm.
like, very, how to say, toes, and you need to sit on the ground all the time and falling. Yeah,
Not
like
enough
that.
happening.
Yeah, it's quite
You're
far
young.
away
You
from
need
them.
more action.
Yeah, it's like that. But I like the technique, okay? But
Yeah.
Seagull, it show us like rough way in the movie, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I try to study more about the joint lock techniques and just a basic one, but it's very useful. Yeah, but not in the Aikido dojo at all. And we train until at that time we have more people to join the companies, kind of teenagers. Some guy has in the web board that send a message to us, then we join and we become the brothers. One day, one brother told me that, hey, Tony, at my school, it's a high school, that one of foreigner who is the teacher there seems like he tried to run the class at the school, teaching something that we never seen before. I asked him, what is that? He teaching like, grabbing techniques and joy lock techniques and ground fighting. At that time, I think UFC, so 1993 something.
Wow. Okay.
Right. Way back.
So I went there, at that time I just like it, have no car. I went to the school, but it's too late. The guy just left the school. Then we took the taxi, chasing him. Yeah, but finally we lost. Okay, we lost him. Then we try to contact him again. Then we have a chance to meet him. Okay, and he charged me just like 100 baht, per class for his transportation to my house. At that time, we have a small amount of budget per month, like the teenagers.
Mm.
We kept the money to order the mat. Okay, and then that
Right.
we start to train. His name is Eric Laporte. Um, he's very systematic teacher. He has the curriculum,
Mm.
perfect. The curriculum still with me. I think more than 20 years already. Yeah. And at that time, Eric taught us in biomechanics system, the structure, how you stand, how you control your own body, how you destroy the enemy structures in details. Okay. He is Tim Cutmer's student. So everything you need to learn about anatomical system in details. And when you do it, you need to know what exactly how it works. Okay, the dead angle of the body, the fulcrum, the load, where is it? He taught us many things, everything's stand up
Mm.
fightings, clinchings, throwing techniques, joint lock techniques. Okay, he will analyze if like Tim, like kind of throwing technique, like circle throw, spiral throw, arch throw, yeah, like that. And we
Mm.
practice, a lot. Then he learned the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu too. So and the submission. So all things that we practice all along. At that time, we have we don't have the mobile phone like this time that has a camera. Even the camera is very expensive for us. So every class, when we finish it, I will draw and sketch. Okay, because if you write it down, somehow when you come back to the right thing that you just note, you're confusing. Okay,
Yeah,
so I need to draw it immediately after class. I will show you the
that's
sketch.
good.
Somehow you can see on my page too.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's how that
brilliant.
Eric taught me.
That is, I mean, note taking and drawing pictures. And a lot of people do that. I've done it myself, and it is a great way of helping you to kind of remember things,
Yeah,
and because you're processing it as you're doing it, so
yeah,
it's another input of memory,
Yeah.
useful to look back on after years as well.
So Eric was a student of Tim Cartmel,
yeah,
and
yes,
I mean Tim Cartmel is well known for. I mean he was a master in Kung Fu Sansu, fourth degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, expert in Tai Chi as well, and I believe other internal arts. So is that what you were learning from Eric as well?
yes, but it's not in traditional way because Eric, when he teaching, the processing is very clear, like categories like entry, applications, submissions. So entry, if you note like this entry is come from Bagua or praying mantis, Xingyi or Tai Chi. Okay. And when control position, what is this technique? What is come from like that? But he never teach us the form. Okay. Use application ways like mantis way, like like trapping hand in, whip it or like like many ways like that, or Tai Chi, what is this, what's that? It's kind of like use the biomechanic of the body much than the internal power. Okay, at that time, but only that technique is practical already.
So it sounds like you were in many ways learning mixed martial arts, right? So you were learning entries, submissions, takedowns, throws,
Mm-hmm.
fighting from the ground.
Yeah.
Were you doing,
Yes.
and he had a specific curriculum to teach you that? Very
That's
cool.
affect me a lot. That's affect me a lot because that bring me when I learn traditional martial art that most of the master they use this kind of principle less than team school. At first, you need to learn that how the technique works, and you learn about the anatomical system of the body, all of the body. At that time, chinna or joint lock is more practical than the other kind of joint lock. Okay, because we know how to set up the entry. The setup is not like traditional way, like a Shoming Uji like this. No, people come to beat you up, and we train and submit each other's many years, and with the resistance, yeah, we have many ways to do a fit sparring. Like at first you learn the technique, as second level you learn how to control it properly and how to get into that positions, from the hook, from the straight punch, from the jab, from the kick. You go to that technique at the end, and most of the technique at that time is come from Chinese technique. Is mean we don't sit or lay down on the floor. So that's make different. And the way that I discover my skill is I have a how to say the gangster gang that they always got the troubles. Yeah, not me. At that time we still has like kind of like one by one match, like the teenagers in the public toilet, something like that, or the underground parking lots. They will came to pick me up. Okay, they will come to pick me up and took me there. Then exchange by I got a fight and I discovered the technique. Okay, at that time people like to punch, kick, like throwing with kind of layman ways, but I'm not. I discovered the technique like dislocation joint, right? Use the floor as the friend, or like the wall, every corners in the toilet like that. And we have no CC camera at all. that time. Yeah.
It says with a smile.
Yes. So one time we fight in the public toilet one by one. Okay. That guy is quite nice, quite good skill, but he used ordinary weapons like fists and feet to kick and punch. And we will lock the door, and our friends climb up to the small window along the toilet. Okay, at the gasoline stations, fuel stations, and both sides, my side, their side, climb up to the small hole of the windows there. We fight each other, and he lost his balance. Okay, I smashed him, to the front. You can see the bone, and those guys screaming out. Even my side try to broke the door to come in to stop me. I slam him, to the corner of the sink. Everything, they're screaming out like both sides try to help this guy. Yeah. And I have that kind of fight all along until that one day that I got some troubles because I almost killed one guy. Then I can see that my parents couldn't sleep well. So I stopped after that.
Yeah. So that was a turning point for you.
Yes, and I realize when I grow up and get more experience that I think that cannot prove anything. Yeah, it's just like how to say human inside the animal mind. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think that happens generally as you get older? You kind of become slightly wiser, and you think, "Is this what I want to do with my life?"
Mm-hmm.
Kind
Yeah.
of thing. For you, it was hurting someone and seeing the effects that had, and sadness of your parents. You realize that people are seeing you differently to how you perceive
Yeah.
yourself, and it becomes time
Yeah.
to think and change. And you did. What happened then?
Yeah. So with Eric, seems like he take care of us like brothers too, like teacher and brother and everything. And at that time, MMA in Thailand, I think no one know. Okay, it's just Muay Thai match. Okay, and at that time, world was still big. We need to order the video VHS, abroad from United States to see the UFC match at that time. Yeah, and no internet. Okay, so I think we are the first group that practiced the art called mixed martial arts. Yeah, because Eric said that this is called like MMA or no hold bear. Yeah.
Mm.
At first, people had no idea, no hold bear. And he said, like, it's used to in Brazil, it's called a vale tudo.
Yes.
Or,
Yeah.
and after that, we have people know more about MMA. So they raise the match, like amateur match, along the street, like this time. But at that time, less of people. Okay. We have Muay Thai, Taekwondo, whatever in the gymnasium, local gymnasium, or we set up. Okay, yeah, we test our skill.
Right.
So you were, you were part of the early BJJ submission fighting scene
Mm-hmm.
in Thailand.
Mm.
And obviously this was before MMA became mainstream. And then of course you were also, I assume you were competing, but you were also engaging in real fighting to shape your
Mm-hmm.
understanding of martial arts and what actually works. So
Mm-hmm.
what was kind of like your big aha moment or your big learning from that experience?
It's kind of only strength you cannot win. You need to have many things. You need to have like discipline. You need to dedicate yourself to train. And about the families, it's mean martial art family. Okay, that you have more than beating people. You have many sections in martial art. And even you are the winner, it doesn't prove anything much. if inside yourself is not improved. Many of my students at this time, they lost the fight. The Facebook turned dark, even they're strong before the fight, preparing to fight things. But after that, they lost the mind. So I taught them too that you fight with yourself more than you fight with the others. Okay. So I learned a lot from that, and also the wisdom. When you trained, you need to see the road to the goal, or the goal to the top of the hill. If you just walk along the way and you couldn't see the goal where you can go, you lost the way, right?
Mm.
Many people stop training because that way. It's mean they just, oh, I'm good enough, So
Is
we
that about
train.
is that about focus
Yeah.
of what your objectives are, what the objectives for you training? Because it might not be for a fight. It might be just now you're going to train to get yourself stronger, healthier, and the long run.
Right.
So that kind of thing.
Yeah. At first, I used to be the prey, right? Then I changed myself to be the predator after that. And it's not a big deal at all, We cannot stay last long, actually. But things like after that, I study with Eric, and some part that he teaching is, I think 90% is come from traditional martial art. But as I told you guys that time the world is very big and stay apart. Okay. When you're talking about someone in the States or someone in the United Kingdoms, always so far away from you. You have no chance to meet them or no chance to study under them at all.
Yeah.
But inside the technique and the class is contain traditional martial art as Bagua, Xingyi, and Tai Chi inside that.
Wow.
In the book that he brought to teach in the class is the name of the book is Chinna that Tim translate. The author is Zhao Daiyuan. Is one of the disciple of Li Zhiming in Beijing. That book is the first book that I realized that I think he's only one that Zhao Daiyuan is write the book in that way. Very scientific. Okay, it's not just like mistress power or whatever. No, it's a fulcrum in there. Is the body mechanic anatomical system there? So, and it's named like Bagua. So at that time, I have motivation that I really want to study this art. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But I think have no chance.
I have a question,
Yeah, that's
Tony. When you started learning with Eric, and I mean, you were doing a lot of, you had a structured curriculum, you were doing submission fighting, grappling, throws, everything within the realm of MMA. How did your training with Mu Bang Su, did it help, or was it completely different? Was it effective? Did it teach you anything about that sort of training?
Totally different. Kru Mu Ban Shi teaching you to force on force. Okay.
Direct.
If
Yeah.
you're stronger, if you're stronger in your bones, your hit is heavy. You can hold your pain better than them. You can beat them. If not, you're gonna lose. Okay. Yeah, but and he has a slogan too. If you want to have the fighting match, Tony, you design to fight. If you be the loser, I'm gonna hit you more. That's him. Yeah. But Eric teaching is like very systematic. You are not fight much like that. You chain the angles, go to attack to the dead angle from the front or the back side, control the structures, your own structure first to be strong, and destroy their own structure to be submit. Okay. Learning about the range that if the shoulder stay behind the torso, the arms stay behind the shoulders at the torso, it's less powers. if too close to the body, they cannot push out in the neck if they just this. So you can clinching easily, or you can throw them easily. How to attack and how to submit. When after I learned with Eric, when I fight along the street, I don't hit much actually. Yeah, I control them, choke them out, or just like dislocate the joint. Yeah, I can hit easily after that, no problems. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as you can see, right? As you can see, when fighting on the street, mostly we enter to the close combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Close quarter combat. Of course, some guys has the skill of the fighting, like Muay Thai, they will keep the distance first, but finally, we are the good target. They like to kick, they like to punch. So be the good target. Okay. Yeah. So
What, and they
totally different.
catch them off guard, catch the arm, catch the leg, move
It's
into
happened.
position where they're not expecting.
Yeah, and he teaches me.
It's a different skill set from that idea of direct fighting, clashing,
Different.
and being. For me, that's the idea of the epitome of a crude way of fighting. Become very powerful, very conditioned, and very aggressive, and you'll overwhelm lots of people with that. But once someone's got some skill and they can evade, even a boxer, if they're good and they can evade and strike back, then you start that starts to become, how to say it, limited in its approach, because you just have to keep on doing the same thing again, like direct to attack and try to just crush them. So the grappling side of things, the joint locking stuff, it's slightly more elevated, intelligent. It's an intelligent approach, so it will fill a lot of the gaps that the other approach doesn't have. I mean, they go together quite well if you can use them both together. If someone's a fighter, and they're coming to try to clash. If they're stronger than you, then you use a different approach. Is that what you found?
Yes, it's kind of you're hunting. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're hunting. You need to know what kind of animals that you go to hunt. And we are human, so we have more intelligence and wisdom that we have no claw, we have no fang, we have no power like them. But we have a wisdom that how to control, how to submit, how to get into. Even at that time, I'm still, I would say, no internal. Okay, it's kind of body mechanic, biomechanic only. Okay, of course, some forces come like more than ordinarily people, but it's not internal yet. And to submit people, we have a system like bone structures, muscles, vein, nerve. Okay, pipe and the blood control like that, choking, neck crank, the cross face, some pain, some zeal in the blood. Okay, like that. Very clear system. And lucky me, that I have those basic because it will help me to study traditional martial art more deep. Yeah.
I like that. I like how you say that all of the training you did informs your other arts, right? It helps you look at your art in another direction and apply concepts from what you learn with Eric to everything else, whether it's internal, external. So how long did you train with Eric for?
I think about 10 years, I think. Yeah. 10 years. Yeah. Then he moved to the south of Thailand because, he got daughters. He married with Thai ladies before. Then they moved to Got Phangan and then Got Tao after that. Before the time, we say invite him to come to Thailand to teach. Yeah, a couple of times after that too. Teaching some of our Chinese martial art, also like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay. One thing about team school is, and Eric is, they use the technique and apply it effortlessly. They never force enemies. Okay. They have the way, to get into some point that enemies cannot resist by the force. It's like they know well about the anatomical systems. Even now, when you fight or roll with him, it feel like you drawn inside the sand. It's like if you have a strength, you want to open the cap from the bottle, but the can open it. If the contact point not happen there, even you're strong, you cannot open it. Okay, or like the jam cap, it will be like kind of like you put the oil cover the cap. Even you're strong, you cannot open it. It looked like he lost his structure, but it's not. Okay, even now he's very old, as you can see, skinny. But trust me, because if you cannot apply the force on him, how you can control him? You cannot. Okay, unleashable. That is his cool signatures.
Skill levels,
Yes.
his level of skill that he's understanding the anatomy and the
Yeah.
biomechanics and stuff. And that's, I think a lot of people don't get that sometimes you don't need massive amounts of force. It's the skill that does it. I think Nish will be able to comment on that because he does jiu-jitsu. So I'm sure like someone really powerful, no grappling knowledge, they're easy prey, really. You know.
Yeah.
You know, definition that become me.
I think
And
there's
then
a lot to be said
after
for
that, you moved into
Alex.
Go on, Nish. So you did that for 10 years or whatever, and then you can say it was based on, or you believe it was based on certain, the kind of system they had was based on the Chinese, the internal arts. And then, so you went on to explore the internal arts like Bagua and
Xingyi and Tai
you
Chi.
moved into Bagua.
Yeah,
Tell
before
us
that,
about
you
that.
know, before that is the end of the session with Eric is kind of we join a lot of MMA match, you know, including the first time MMA match in Thailand too. His name is the Thailand Valley Judo. It's happened underground in a Q House building at Asok Junctions. Yeah, and at that time we have like Guan, we have Wu Song, we have me. We won, three of us, and all is like about the submissions. Okay, and my match, I did get hit at all. I choke him out. After that, bring him down. And at that time, people in Thailand who support the martial art like Muay Thai and the others that believe that ground fighting is shit. Okay, because you know they say that, oh, why don't you just like move this way, elbow back like that. Yeah, tap out. Yeah, it's like I have the slogan, relax, my friend, is all will be over soon. Relax. Yeah. Or just like tap on that, like that's just
You can see it took it has. I mean, it's picked up. MMA has picked up in Thailand, but because there's such a strong feeling for the national art of Muay Thai that it's very hard for them to accept something different because the pride is in Muay Thai.
Alex, you are so good to say in that way. Let's say it's about business. It's about business and gambling. That's it.
Yes, true.
So the promoters who run this business, they cannot walk across this barrier because they own it for decades.
Yeah.
They're gonna let it go.
No, it's harder as well to gamble on something that you're not really sure of. You don't know. It's harder for them to work out.
Yes.
And it's very big in Thailand because
Yes.
I've been to
Yeah.
Thailand many times, and I've been to see Muay Thai competition, and I've seen the hand waving and the gambling and
Yeah.
stuff as well. It's like,
Even in the Lumpinis or
yeah,
Rajadamnern, they control all about the style of the fighting. Okay? If you have a good skill for keep distance, they don't like it. They need to have like a fight,
right,
a limit. Okay, you cannot catch the leg and hold it for long than a minute something.
yeah,
Yeah, because they want to make the way that they can control. Yeah.
It's also for
Yes.
trying to make it exciting for people to watch as
Right.
well, because that stimulates people into getting excited about it.
Right. So that, feel sorry for them too, that they train so hard. And after match, I can.
Yeah. I mean, they do take punishment. I've seen, obviously, even from very young.
Yeah.
And I do have mixed feelings about that. Of watching these youngsters absolutely batter each other for someone's entertainment.
It's a business. That's why,
Yeah.
they doesn't care. They just use the human as their.
And for most of us, I don't know, some of us that actually, for martial arts isn't about destroying your own body. You should preserve your body through the training. You should be getting stronger and better and healthier and fitter. Is the ultimate aim, I think, that we should be looking at.
So,
Yeah.
Tony,
So
after
yes.
doing the training with Eric, and you've done this for 10 years, and you were saying you saw the book on Chinya, you saw it was Bagua Zhang, and then you were really interested. You were like,
Yeah.
I want to learn Bagua. So what happens next in your
Yeah. So if we believe in Yuan Fan, the destiny is in the other way that you translate is like the goal that you're going to walk there. So I thought that I really want to study traditional martial art, but I have no clue that they can study at all, because Chinese people or China at that time is more than my hands to go. Less budget, start working, the salary just like 7,000 baht only, imagine that time. Okay, have no way. But one day, I still remember that I found the first Bagua book in the Kinokuniya bookstore. It's from Li Jiming, that translated by Vince Brack. And there are the pictures of Zhao Taiyuan performed inside that book too. But most of the details inside the book is about the poem, the principles, no technique. Okay. But I try to read it, but I try to follow the movement in the pictures, but it's look weird. One day after that, and it's not like this time that you can watch in the YouTube what exactly it is. Internet is still like use the modem, connect the that way, impossible to download the video. Okay. Yeah, my dad gonna kill me. So I went to Lumpini Park. That I heard that there are many of Chinese martial art there, and mostly, as you know, like kind of elder person practice. 99% is Tai Chi Chuan. But I walk along the road inside the park, and I saw someone that practice one area in the park look different. So I went there. There was a group. Hey, it is Bagua. Okay. And they said like 老师 or teacher just went back to China last week. He will come back here next year. Okay. He will stay here for 3 months or 4 months, a year. So I joined the group. Okay. The student there, the people there taught me the circle walking, something like basic things, Then the master came. Okay. My master, his name is Li Wei Dong. Li Wei Dong is the disciple of Zhang Xiafan. Zhang Xiafan is a disciple of Guo Guming. Guo Guming is a disciple of Liang Zhenpu. Liang Zhenpu is a disciple of Dong Haichuan. The main branch of the Bagua Zhang of Liang style mostly is Li Jiming, who stay in Beijing, and Guo Guming, that who stay in the north. Jilin Changchun. I call 老师 first at that time. Okay, 老师李卫东. He is kind of a Taoism priest like that. He studied Mi Zhongquan before, so he likes to meditate or some kind of qigong, some of like how to say yosan, like whipping the bodies like that. Less of application. At that time, I have a lot of motivation because it's Bagua that I'm looking for decades. Like it's good chance. Of course, he taught me a lot. Kind of circle walking form. We call like he calls 小巴掌. Actually, it's called 定式巴掌, 老巴掌, 大巴掌, 64掌, 64 hands technique straight line. So I studied under him about like 12 years. Until now, it's more than 20 years already at that time. It's not 12 years. I think it's more than 20 years. But I count, like in the past, I count the day. Okay, but it's not. Some of application, I can say it's like Falcon like that, but not in details. Because he's not like the fighter, right? He's not a fighter. So he teaches us like, okay, this way, okay, you use this way. But it's not too clear like that. But my personality is always curious why I need to do this. So why I need to do circle walking, right? If Bagua is circle walking or fluid movement, so you can go to join the contemporary class dance, right? It's not different,
You were
right?
asking, is there what more is there? There's got to be more to it than just this.
I am the curious person, that's why But at first stage before curious, I'm practice. I have motivation. I went there about like 5 in the morning every day before work. Okay. And I finish about like 8 and I go to work after that. And I finish the form. He taught us a lot. But at first, circle walking, he teaches about the postures, no essentials. Just like, okay, you need to do this palm like this, like that. Okay, walking like this. But no reason why is this, why is that. But I practice at first. It challenged me that I want to walk as long as I can walk. Then I found out the feeling of calmness and very meditative. But just like that. But as I told you, it's not for meditation only, right? So I have a chance to go to China and went to see my Siye, Zhang Xiafan, in Jilin. And I asked him the questions, many questions that I have in my mind. Why is this? Why is that? So he explained me very well. Also, I met the other uncle, martial art uncle there. Some of them can answer, some of them that they said that you just practice it as the traditional way.
Mm.
And I study more. Even that I cannot speak Chinese or read Chinese at all at that time. About the poem, I let my Suje, senior sister in the group who can read Chinese, translate one by one words in pinyin, and I can remember all of it actually. Some Chinese native in the group, they are not pay attention to study at all.
Yeah.
And I collect, kind of jigsaws all around, like this, like that, like those, try to research more, try to, how to say, collect it and try to apply to my training.
Yeah. So is it 13 principles?
Yeah.
The
13
13
principles
principles.
of 48 song. 36 song and 48 poem. And also 64 hands techniques. They have the names. And I can tell you guys that the poem, the Chinese ancestor, they are very smart for the student who practice deep they're hiding everything inside the poem. Like Oma Hui To, walking the horse. Zhou is walking. Ma is horse. Hui is mean turning. To is mean head. It's like you're running the horse that one way, but you change the way. So it's like that. You accept the strike this way and you turn it back to them. Change the way. Okay. When you hold the horse to change the way, it means you need to hold their body to stop to go this way, you go to that way. Okay. And many of it you can see. Jin, Bu, Tiao, Da. Jin is mean advance. Bu is mean step. Tiao is mean open. Da is mean striking. You can see each poem has something that you need to work on.
Yeah. The not an actual application, it's a principle that runs through everything.
At
Yeah.
first level, you use for application, of course. But higher levels is the principles, is the strategy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 狮子滚 gun is mean rolls. Okay, rolls. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 进步调 see open. See, you can see the words, right? See, turning. Yeah. 拖 uplifting, supporting. See, you can see it's hidden. 青龙探爪 why they use the dragon. Qing is mean kind of greenish. Long is dragon. This means stamp. Zhao is mean like the crawl. Because at first you thought that they just used the how to say the fairy tales animal. It's not.
Mythological beast.
Yeah, Long, the dragon is Long Yong Yao is mean like the dragon is mean you need to use the ability of your waist. So
Yes.
that's why,
Yeah. Yeah. I suppose that's softer things, and we have it in Jalka. We have Yao Long, a swimming dragon, because
Yes.
it's that flowing idea from the dragon, the Chinese dragon.
If
Yeah.
you want to make it more clear, you can see Long Xing in Xing Yi Chuan that you need to fold your hip joint with the crossing legs like that.
Right.
And sit low because it is folding, like you folding some kind of chair like this. So that is called Long Yong Yao. It means that the dragon is ability that you need to practice your waist and your hip or your hua.
Your qua, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Yuma, as we
Quite
say.
important. But,
Yes,
yeah,
right.
certainly. Quite for us, Yuma is waist power.
Yeah, many techniques.
Use the waist to generate extra force.
The techniques.
You bring up
the
a
other
really,
one, just yeah.
I was going to say, you bring up a really, for me, it's like such an important point that concepts and principles are universal, and they really are what give martial arts the real depth. And they're the difference between copying a movement and actually understanding what you're doing and why you're doing it. And I think you're right, Tony. Like techniques, they can be memorized, but without principles like structure, timing, balance, and efficiency, ultimately fall under real pressure. But principles are what allow you to adapt and to respond to the different situations, the different powers, and they what make and they go beyond kind of make things functional rather than just I'm copying a movement or I'm rehearsing a movement. I think without it, like you said, it becomes a dance, right? And in many ways, a technique is just an example. It's an expression of a deeper idea. But once you understand the concept and principle behind something, you're no longer fixed to just a set of movements, are you? You can evolve, you can refine, and you can apply your training in a way that's alive and not rigid. And that's what turns practice into a skill and skill into something you can actually rely on. And I think it's brilliant that you went deeper into the poems and deep into those principles. And for me, that's what makes a martial art come alive, like really.
Yeah, that's totally clear, that the thing that you said. Most of the practitioners, they obsess to finish the form only. Okay. And I think they forgot something, that, the essential that we call 内家传 is with internal. They just show off some move faster or heavier like that. Everyone can do that. Right? But internal, what is that? You need to understand the main principle of yourself first. Like, I'm going to explain easily like this. Circle walking, or 定四巴掌. 定 is mean steady. 四 is mean like posture or structure. 八 is mean 8. 掌 is mean palms or set like that. It mean the first level, you need to understand 状 first, the posture when you stand. And you need to have the question that how to make it strong. At first, it's called 定. When you do 站桩, you need to be steady and still. To see what? To see the alignment of your own bone structure first. The bone structures that contain the gravities inside it. If when we wash the child, we have the wooden block, we try to stack it like the tower. At first, when we make it short, we cannot feel anything, we cannot see anything, it's okay. But when we make it taller and taller, you can see it will collapse, because it's not centered at all. Okay.
Foundation's no good, or it's not centered, or then
So
out of kilter.
用意, whatever you're strong or weak, when you stack the wooden block, it doesn't matter actually. Use mind finding the center of each block to make it taller. Okay. And one side at the bottom of the block is touching the floor. And if you make a tower like this, and you put some heavy rock on the top, so the wooden block is more solid. That's the gravity. Okay. So at first, you need to fixing your bone structure that not similar to the wooden block at all. Some shape is like the sphere. Some shapes is like more angled, like declined. Some is up. So you have more works to do. That's the first level. You need to stand still. Then 四巴掌, the circle walking, is you moving that joint. Let me describe more details. It's like we have the big basket contain the cabbage inside the basket. It's about 50 kilograms. Which way that you will carry this basket back home? How you carry this basket back home? Stack behind the back, or huck in front, or beside yourself? Which way? If you think,
Yeah, I would use wheels.
Which way? All right. When wheels like that, right? You can see the example of this is very benefit your own idea. The skinny Indian girl, she cannot carry from the back or the front or the side at all. She put it on her head. What is that? The structures, the shi, okay, is holding the weight of the basket directly to the earth. But you need to use the mind to fix that. At first, these eyes cannot see the bottom of the basket and the top of the head at all. So she needs to make the good alignment. At first level, she need to use the hands to carry a bit too, and she need to take time to practice that, to stay still, carry the basket first. Human has both like 2 foot, right? After you stack the basket carry on the head already, you cannot stay still there because you need to heading home, right? When you want to walk, you will switch one side of the foot carry the posture and the basket. One side can move. This is the principle of like be yang inside yin is mean. Be yin inside yang. Stand still solid like yang, but not move. is yin. The other side is lift up and move, is light, but has abilities to move. It means it's yang, but yin inside. So she need to walk along the way. At first, she need to take time too. So you can see the switching of the step is changed, but the quality that handle the basket never change. So when you see the poem that changing but not changing, not changing but changing, you're laughing. Oh, what the heck are you talking about? Because you don't know shit about this. Yeah. So when you're walking, that is the way. When you walk circle walking, it's not just like that. This is the first processing first. Not changing but changing. Changing but not changing. Why? Because when you hold the enemies, you cannot have the gaps between you changing your body. Without that, they're gonna change and they're gonna attacking you back or whatever. That's the first purpose. The first priority of it is like fixing yourself first. Second, apply to the others. And we have many levels too, actually. The first one, you thought that you're gonna practice meditations to hold your structure. It is. But actually, when you're switching left and right, but carry the basket, the cultivation of the mind is go around the bodies more than usual. Then it will cultivate your chi. Chi is not mistress element at all. Chi is life energies. True sourcing at first come from your parents. When you go out, you eat and breathe by yourself. But if you use just like nothing to do, normal ways that you have daily life, it will be produce the physical in that way too. But if you more intense details, our body this time is not real. The cell will die, after 2-3 months. Then new cell produce. So if you have less practice yourself, you're getting old fast because you just let it be like that way. If you practice yourself well in details, you will get more profit for them. So that is the way.
So acquiring extra chi through the qigong and meditation, bringing external chi in. So first lot you're born with, second lot is what you consume and eat. And then the third way of getting chi is through the Hagen practice. And going back to that circle walking and the line in the poem, changing but not changing, not changing but changing. That's to me, that describes constant flow in motion.
Yeah.
So that you're moving, but you're not, but the energy, the flow of energy is constant. So even though you appear to be changing, you're not changing. Yeah. It's fascinating because it opens your mind to exploring everything that you do and looking at those concepts and principles to explain it.
So Tony, you were training under
yeah.
Li Wei Dong for decades, and then you went to China and you continued your training, and then you went deep into philosophy, concepts, and principles. How did that then change the way that you look at Bagua Zhang and the way that you apply it and the way that you teach it?
As I told you, Bagua Zhang is not circle walking. It's not fluid, dancing. No. Bagua Yong Bian Huan is mean like Bagua use the principle of changing. You can see a tree of internal martial art, tree of it's like Tai Chi, Xing Yi, and Bagua. Bagua is come last. I think that age is not more than 400 years at all. Dong Haishuan is practiced something before he announced Bagua become the internal martial art. Everyone fighting almost the same, actually. Use the fist, use the palm, whatever. With the kick, throwing, joint lock, of course. Why Bagua produce fabulous name after them? Like Steve produced the touchscreen phone. Innovation Okay. If without this, how we can be the same class of the other two? Everyone is be strong, can train hard. But as I told you, the wisdom that produced the innovation, Tong Hai Chuan is brought some things that the principle of change. As I told you, when you're strong, you cannot open the cap, that I put the oil on it. Extreme, powers and principle already. But if one cannot apply the force to us, that changeable all the time, that means something. Okay. The basic stuff that I told you, that walking, circle walking, has like 8 posture. 谢成长 pressing forward down, that practice your own body to connect to do pressing forward. 大鹏展翅 Phoenix open its wings, support open, predating out. 怀中抱叶 embrace the moon inside your chest, hugging something, but has the powers to absorb and bounce something out too. These 8 excess powers you add into the fighting techniques, and all 8, when it change, it maintain the highest qualities of your body all the time. So this means you change but not change. It means you change your body when enemy apply the force, but you still connect with them all the time. So this is why when the posture is like this is like called a 举天或地, spiraling up and down, and this called like 推三掌 is come from this one too. You can see, but use the same main structure. So this is the way you need to practice yourself. This means Bagua can apply into the martial art because you need to understanding about the scientific principle very deep and clear.
Mhm.
As I told you, I'm so lucky that I studied with Eric and Tim before. So, and I studied the book of Zhao Daiyuan in details too. It's matching, okay? And I use the scientific principles put into the qualities of my control the bodies, right? It's like you hold the bow to shoot the arrow to the target. First thing you need to have that the good posture to hold the sling and hold it steady when you aim to the target first. Aim to the target, you need to aim to the target there and still. It is mean the end of the process of the mind. When you let the arrow go, if you have less quality of mind when you hold the bow, the arrow gonna miss. You cannot bring it back because it's shooting out already. So this is the way that you need to understand. That you ask me that how to use it, this is the way. When you reach to the levels, you need to understand yourself first. That abilities to hold the bow and sling. Can you hold how long? Can you do this? Cannot, because it's disconnect to the torso. So you must, they call 松间, so you need to do this one. Because the bone structure, how to control the bone structure, mind. And mind happen when you practice the circle walking. Because at first people are like this, some like this. So you need to see yourself as you have your own. Stay around like motion capture. All cams around you. And see as you think that you are like that. Many of people, when they practice, they thought that, oh, I'm so elegant, like image. But when you take the video, you can realize that it's not. That means the mind has delusions until it's obsessed that you are perfect. It's not. That's why you need to practice day by days, not just practice hard. People like to ask me, Tony, how many years did you practice internal martial art? I said, like, doesn't matter, If I practice 30 years, but always wrong, you practice wrong for decades, it doesn't help. That drawn you into that's just the way. You need to practice with the question all the time. Why you need to do it and how to make it correctly. Without this, what is that? You never see the goal that you want to walk through. You just walk a lot, but you lost the way.
Yeah. What's the ultimate aim?
Yes. So you need to understand.
Yeah.
And if you can see the goal and the point that you want to go, of course, you can enjoy the road. You can stop by, no problem. Okay. Understanding. If you don't understand, you try hard, nothing happen. Like I'm stuck, on the island with you. I said, hey, I'm thinking about, the butter cake. Okay. But you never taste the butter. You said that, what is the butter, Tony? It's kind of produced by the fat, What kind of fat, So don't talk about the butter cake. You not even know the butter. How you can imagine about the butter cake? So this is the way, and it's not about belief. It's a fact. Yeah, that you need to practice. You need to have this idea. Okay.
Do you think you can sometimes have short-term goals? You don't have to see what's at the end. Sometimes you'll never know. You don't know what's possible until you take the shorter steps. Yeah.
Of course, Alex.
Tony, you
Mindset.
as I'm
Yes.
talking to you, I see that for you, structure and understanding is really important. So when you talk about structure, what does that actually mean in your training?
The body. I show you this one. Mostly people call this one is the front face of the mobile phone. This is the back side of it, right? This is the side of it. This is the top of it, bottom of it. That's delusion that human use for live along this earth. Which side is the front side of this cup? Which side? When you stand, when you walk, when you do your activities, you need to have abilities that make the center ground has the effect all of your bodies. How to make the side of your body strong as the front. How to make the front strong as the back. What do you think if I push you from the front and the other side, I push you one time I push on the front. The other time I push on the back. What do you think which side is stronger? Which side? That you can against me, that's strong. Front or back?
Sorry about that. Yeah. I would say the front because I can see you coming so I can prepare. From behind, I don't know.
Normal stand, okay? You stand like I show you. When you stand, okay? I don't want you stand like bow stand or something. You just stand normally like my zhonghui here, okay? If I push on the front and the other time I push on the back, you can try after this interview, okay? Or that you can see that. Let your friends push you softly. Don't need to push hard at all, slow. Then you will find out which side. When you realize that this side is stronger, then the questions come up. The question like this is happened affected by one of my Shifu. Okay, he's Tai Chi Shifu, but I cannot tell who is he. He's always has a question that when you realize, you need to find out that why it's like that. Okay. You stand normal, just like parallel foot. Then you let your friend push you softly, and then tell me after this that which side is stronger. I tell you now, at first it's the back. Next question, why? And when you find out why, then you have the other question, how to make the front stronger as the back side. That's very important because you need to use this body to do every technique, right? You can see normal stand like this, not fighting stand, is like small area in the body, right? If you find out the abilities to hold the structure in this kind of normal stand, and you have abilities to push, to pull, to upholding, to press, and the other cannot move you. So it's more easy for sure to stand like normal fighting stand, right? Yeah. So it's like the pole. If I put the pole like this, okay, on here, not connect to the ground. I can kick it, it will fall. Now I connect to the ground, it's strong. Then you just rock it until, oh, okay, it's quite strong, but not that strong. And we have something heavy on the top, like the ceiling there, but we don't connect to the ground here. So we move until it's broken like this too. But when it's connect to the ceiling and connect to the floor, this pole has all abilities. If you go to kick it, it's gonna kick you back immediately. If you make the resistance band wrap around it, you pull until you have no power to pull it. It will pull you back. Okay, you can climb this pole to the ceiling too. If you want to lift it up, you cannot lift it. It will press you down. So you can see ability, right? So this is the way that I'm talking about. When you apply the technique, that's why you can see the video. Some people laugh on me like, oh, it's so fake, like the others that jump. It's not jumping. You can see, I can smash them down to the ground like a piece of, toys, like a wrecking doll, right? Yeah, because that my student has, some people say that, oh, that's small man. Oh, you can see, two of my students, like 192 meters. It's the mechanic of scientific principles. But you use mind to control, like you're holding the gun. You have the gun, you cannot shoot properly to the target at all. You need to have skill. That is the way. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, these principles, they have to be trained for you to acquire them. Anything in the martial arts, it's great having the principles. You can't just read it and then that's it. You have to. It's not just with the mind. You have to do with the body to kind of get it into your body.
You ask me, right? Can we get in a short time? Of course. You don't need to practice 10 years to get something. It's like you see the magicians that they show the magic to you. They cheat on you, right? But you like it because it's fun. At first you're curious, wow, how come? But then they tell you what is the trick and how to make it. Then you can get it. That is the duty of Sifu. But of course, some complex solutions takes time. One of my friend, he showed me this, okay, the mindset that somehow people stuck by our eagerness and strength until that they cannot make it successful. Ido Proto, you know him? Ido Proto is like the world-class master to teaching like the movement. IDO
Oh yes, I do know
PORTAL.
Ido Portal. Yes. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, taught Conor McGregor movement
Yes, right.
principles. Yeah.
He came to study with me for a week, and then that we exchanged something like this. This is the way, okay? And then when you hold it like this, and you turn to this down here, and turn to up here, easy like this. Okay, most of the people they will stuck just like this, then turn down like this, and turn up like this. Okay, it's not about strength at all. You can try and let me laugh. Yeah.
Yeah. And I watched you do it as well.
I show
I've
you.
been
It's
working on
nothing.
this.
It's nothing. Just simple here, Alex.
Yeah.
You just turn down to here. Only that. Okay. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Again, make it smoothly, Alex. It's like this. See, simple thing. And then you come back.
And then coming back is
You can't come here. You can't go back.
yeah.
Of course.
No, it's the same way.
See.
Need some work on that, but I understand.
This is the thing that you ask me, that can it takes long time to get it? No. Wisdom is about that you understanding.
My belief is with every art, you can see things, you can move, like we talked earlier. You can see, you can copy. You just got the shell. You
Mm.
need good guidance. You need
Yes.
if you get a good teacher, and a good student. That's the
Mm.
combination that you need, because you can have a very good teacher and you can have a student that just doesn't get it. Like you said,
Yes.
some people just don't. And then a really good student, but if the Sifu or the teacher is not giving them honestly and openly and helping them, they can keep them there for 10 years, 15 years doing, and I know people that have had that, doing nothing, just the same thing over and over again, and not really understanding, not really learning. And, that'll take a lifetime and not get there.
It's kind of this thing is mean like the intelligence processings of internal martial art is not that you just believe it. Okay, good Sifu need to explain to you in all details, and he can do it too. Not just
Yes.
like your grandmaster hit some people, float into the air, attached to the wall.
Yeah. That's a story.
It's
And it
not
doesn't mean,
okay.
even if it was true, doesn't mean me and you can do it. That's his thing. We need to train to get where we can get
Yes,
to.
it's something That's why I'm telling you now that before the term, I'm chasing for the technique. I'm chasing to be strong. I'm chasing, to be like skill to beat the others. My Shifu taught me a lot that, and me myself can see that inside our bodies and the mind, there are the other universe there that you never discover. It's too deep, too
Mm.
big. So you need to spend time not fighting the other. You're fighting with your own self.
Yeah.
At this time, let me ask you, do you feel your lung is moving to breathing for you? Or you need to wait until you're running?
Yeah.
How about the heart? Is it pumping well? Or you need to exercise until you can feel it? The kidneys behind your back, that they work for you all the time. Have you ever talked to them? Or you need to wait until the doctor said that, oh, your kidney is not well. See, it works for you all the time. And it's not belong to you. We borrow them from nature. It's produced, at first from Wuji, it means emptiness first. Come from two sides, your mother's side and your father's side. Also, sperm and eggs come from emptiness too. Come from them. Them is mean natures, produced by the food and air. So you can see that Wuji, Liang Yi is doubles. Shi Xiang is mean four corners there. Bagua it and produce our body now. And of course, when we died, we go to emptiness again. One thing we can carry with is the wisdom. My Suriye of Wu style Tai Chi Chuan, Wu Tu Nan, the Shifu of Li Lian, he got interviewed by the place that Wu Lao, oh Wu, you stand, you stay lifelong like 100 years like this, it's so cool. What is the purpose that you stay for long like this? To just stay long? Wu Lao laughing like, let me explain. I studied Tai Chi, very difficult to get into the point that success in some points take times. I live long because I want to transmit as much as I can to the other generations. What's that? He said like, perhaps if next time is real, I come back to this earth, this kind of disciple will teach me, not from the beginning that I used to be. I can produce more. So you can see the wisdom, okay? That's come from there. So this is a way of practice, you need to aim more internal, like at first level that you stay still until you can see something happening to your body first. What is that?
So
Do
do
you be,
you?
yeah?
No, go on, carry on, Tony. Sorry.
No, no, no. It's like this. How long that you can stay still? How long? When you stay, normal pose, okay? I suggest you stand minimums is 1 hour, maximums, as fast as you can. Me and my student can stand more than like 4 hours. Why is that? Because you train your body in the wrong way for long until they help you to stand like that. You need to pass hours because they need to see in the stillness something gonna show you from the bottom to the top, from the side to the side. Also, at first levels, you can see the posture is wrong or not by the pain.
Mm.
Include, from inside organs, inside the bone. If you keep stillness, well, if you keep moving, you cannot feel it because the body help you a lot. Okay, that will help you for you gaining the profit about the health because you can see something wrong with your Lu. It means the word of the energy in yourself. Then when you know that you can fix it, if you don't know, you can't. Never.
So you're placing a lot of
So
emphasis on
the
on the kind of standing postures.
yeah.
Hmm?
So the standing posture, you obviously is very, very important in Bagua, but
It's
you
the
see it
most
as a med.
important. It is. And also gain ability to fight too. As I told you, you need to know first, is this something wrong inside your structure or not? You feel okay now because you use the power that you train your body to help you. Okay? But if you stay still, the gravities never stop, passing your body. Some tension, some too relaxed point, yin and yang is not balanced. It will destroy you at the end, along the way.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
So
That's most important.
by doing that, you're saying that you can get in touch with your internal aspect, your organs, everything. You can find where there's deficiencies in the body just through standing.
Yes, of course.
So by doing that, eventually with your mind, you can help that, heal that, and get your body stronger. Once that's just part of it, the other part is it actually helps your martial ability.
Of course. It's like the tree that stand for 1,000 years. Is still with us now. But you can see something. The branch of the trees that polished by the nature. Too weak, too soft, it get ripped by some effect from the natures. Wind blow is broken. Some is too strong until it's dry, also broken. You left only the one that balance only. You can see the root spread around the ground as it's finding the center ground. Also the branch is spread up. It's not just symmetric pose of the tree. You can see some of the trees stay at the cliff and go along the way out. So of course, the root it need to be longer in the land too. So you can see, trust me, after this session, you try how much you can stand. Then you can see immediately that underneath your feet, the muscle around your foot is imbalanced. The ankle, the knee, the hamstring, the back, that's the first, stage of your stand. I bet you, you just set alarm 1 hour, you can try. Then you can see that something happened.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do
So that's
a
why.
lot
I
of
have done in the past.
yeah, we do a lot of standing postures
Not
in
much, but I
in
have
our
done.
training, but not to
Mm.
the time frame of 4 hours or even an
Level
hour.
of
And
progression.
when you're talking, I'm like, okay, I have to try it. But it sounds like from your own practice and from your own from the things that you found that when you talk about standing and when you're talking about standing postures, because you I think just before you said it's the most important thing, and it's training alignment, connection, mind, body, spirit, and how the whole body works as one unit. And it's almost like you're building
Uh-huh.
the structure, and that everything else, movement, power, application, comes from that. So my question to you is how does that foundation from standing or standing postures actually carry over to things that become dynamic and applicable? So when you're moving, when you're reacting, when you're under pressure, and when you're applying in fighting.
As I told you, the main structure is the trunk of the bodies. When you extend the limbs, extremities like hands and foot to do some activities. So you need to have these main structures to do it. If it's correct, like the shoulder is lift up a bit like this. So if you disconnect from the torso and the feet. So to pressing, it has less power than drop the shoulder down like this. The neck also, as I told you, if it collapses, if you disconnect from the torso again. So the abilities, it has no abilities. Also, like the limbs close to much to the bodies, the center, this is the center, this is the radius is close like this. When someone controlling you, you cannot apply the techniques to get escape. So this is the way that you need to understanding to pressing, upholding, opened, whatever you need to use this come from this posture. You cannot, escape from this. So you need to know at first the main structure first, the bone structure. After that, you need to see like muscular powers that, the structure of muscle that stay in the right place or not, that need to use the mind to go there as you make the tower from the wooden block. So this is the way. So that's the 用意,不用力 is been used more intention or mind. So use less brute force. This is the way. Like you want to put the end of the cross into the needle hole. Even your masculine, it doesn't help much. You need to make that one is like that. You practice every day. It's called gong fu. Gong fu is mean like skill. Okay, so you need to do that. And it's like all processing of three, 形意, Tai Chi, Bagua, same. It's like you write the alphabet letter when you watch the kindergartens. At first, many dots to make the A, right? And then less dot. And then that you can write it. And now you write like this, like curve, and not look nice at all. But some guy, it's write fast, but it's still beautiful too. So that's called Gong Fu. His intentions is very, very precious. This is the way. It's
Yeah,
like,
hard work over time, isn't it, to
of
develop that
course.
skill.
That's why,
Yes.
don't
Consistency and
be,
effort.
just like doing much, faster is mean more qualities. It's like all the, how to say, or phenomenon athlete. Yeah. Football players, tennis players, golf players, swimmers, professional one, they are do things incredible because they practice in the right way.
Yeah. So
Yeah, this is the
each to
way.
their own skill.
Yeah.
So in terms of what you've actually accomplished, what you've done, um, how do you teach your experience? Is it all through Bagua and Tai now, or is it a mixture of the things?
I teach
Synthesis.
separately. Yeah. I teach separately. It's been,
Right.
of course, yeah, in my skill, all things mixed, like the blender.
Mm.
But each Shifu that I study under them, they have their own wisdom and
Yes.
very clear principles. All I met after 师傅 Li Weitong is Li Lian and the others. I met them by Yuan Fan, life destinies. Okay.
Mm.
师傅 Li Lian is the first that accept me, become disciple in the short term. One of his disciple, Alan Ludolf, at that time he's about like 60, and I have no idea that he is the Tai Chi practitioner at all. He came to Lumpini Park and trained with someone before me. I went to Lumpini Park very late, but one day I met him and he liked to study Bagua. So he joined my class privately. Years. Okay. Every time he come and he will record the video and ask me the question, all details in collecting the clips, many of them. And years after, Alan came back to see me. Then at that time we have the iPod video. He showed me one video clip that guy is doing the form, very stunning. It's fast, but it's soft and it's crispy. Crispy is mean like it's sharp, but soft. I asked him like, who is this? He said like, oh, this is my Shifu, Li Lian. What is this? He said, oh, it's Tai Chi Chuan, but it's not look like the Tai Chi Chuan that I saw before. He said, and I told Alan like, you go back, to study with your Shifu. He's very skillful. Alan said that, no, 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 no. I show you because I will tell you why I came to study with you. So Alan said that he's stuck with his training in Tai Chi Chuan. Shifu Li Lian told him to finding the other arts, to study. Perhaps that he can walk across the boundary that he created by on his own self. Then he showed my video to Shifu Li Lian at that time. Then Shifu said, "Oh, this is the Chinese guy in Bangkok or something that he teach you. Very good. And then you have increased your skill, Alan." Alan said, "No, no, he's Thai boy." And finally, Shifu Li Lian said that, "Oh, I practiced hard, and he's very, very like my way." So he flew to Bangkok to travel and see each other's. Then he's very humble at that time, and he gave me the session that is special for disciple. At that time, I have no idea. Okay, I realized after that, and he said he told me that if you have a chance, you come to Beijing to practice together. I said no, Shifu. I need to be the student, not practice together. Okay, very humble. And at first, I have no idea I can make it. But finally, destiny, I got bonus at the time. I flew because Alan and his wife sent the email. At that time, we have no video call like this. We send the email, and they keep asking me like, when you come to Beijing. And then I said, I postponed a lot, many times. Okay, then I answered them once, like perhaps this July, and the couples send email that, oh, we already booked apartment for you. Okay, then I got bonus. I bought a ticket. I flew there, and Shifu take the bus, from the other side of the town to teach me at the summer palace in some of the hidden place every days. Yeah,
What
and
was
I
the
asked him.
style of Tai Chi Chuan was he was doing? Was it like Yang, Chen, Sun, Wu?
I think it's because Wu Tunan, his Shifu, is met many master like Wu Jianquan and Yang Shaohong, and I think it's kind of a Yang but Wu style like that. It's mixing like that. But whatever, I have no chance to meet him. So I just impressed about my Shifu is Shifu Lilian, and I asked Shifu Lilian that about the fee that he charged to teaching. This is the first time in my life that I got an answer. He said like, the true transmission, nothing include. Money, belongings, gift. No. This is the way that he got from his Sifu too. And he taught me, I think about a week. Then he make appointment that Alan told me that to go to his house and we talk. At the time, I cannot understand Chinese. Okay, Alan's wife helped me a lot to translate that. Sifu said like some part that he cannot teach the outsider or ordinary student would be that his disciple. So I accept for sure. Then just like I got into the culture, this is the first time that understanding to be the word that Sifu and Tuti. He arranged, he's very, very kind to me. Before the time, actually, normally, when we got accepted into the clan like that, you need to have the dinner all with the disciple and student, many tables like that. He said that you come aboard and you come along, then that you have spent a lot of money there. So let's make the ceremony just one table, 8 of our senior only. And he brought me to the tomb, that Utuna tomb, Utunan tomb. Okay, clean it up, and we went to the ancient area that to buy some the book, ancient book. And he has one, I had one, and inside is like the commitment that to be the good person, something like that. Okay, and I bounced down, to the ground at the tomb of Utunan. He catch me to stand up immediately, like stand up, son. So I realized after I became his disciple that this is kind of is more than fighting. Okay, it's not about elite to be the disciple. It's not. You need to carry on.
Much deeper.
Yeah,
Carries culture, tradition, loyalty,
yeah,
many things. The fighting's just a part of it.
it is.
Yeah.
And to be Sifu and Tudi is more than that. People thought that if you holding the certificate, something like that, to show that you can present is for commercial lineage. It's not at all. You need to carry the knowledge to the next generation. That's your duty. Okay, and of course you need to you need to understand it, not just carry. The kuye is mean that book that you are the disciple. Yeah. So he take care of me like his son. Yeah. So
That's a
that's just
pretty,
the way.
yeah, very, very lucky to meet someone like that as well. That humble and that willing to
It
give.
is. Believe me, no coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay, no coincidence. You throw the sunflower beans. It's supposed to be sunflower trees. It cannot be, the pine tree at all. So what goes around
Path
comes
that you
around.
led
Yes, right.
yourself. That's
Like
what's
us.
led to that. Yeah, exactly.
Like us.
I
Yeah.
think there's
Yeah.
choices and pathways, and
Mm,
we
mm.
talk about destiny. There's some people think there's heavenly destiny, and there's fate, and then there's our own destiny, which we have a tiny bit of control
Yeah.
over. So it's the steps that we take
Mm.
that lead us on our path in life.
I have
Do you
a
see?
question for you, Tony, because
Okay,
we're coming up to like 2 hours, which is and it's gone so quickly.
not enough time.
Not
But
enough time
still,
because we could talk for more. But
there's so much more I want to go into deeper into the things, but
yeah,
maybe another
and maybe another one. But I have a question
time.
for you. Do you
Yes.
see Bagua, Tai Chi, maybe even Singi? Do you see them as grappling arts?
Not really. It's not. The grappling technique is a physical techniques. Okay, technique is technique. Okay, but innovation inside is the force. Okay, the forces mean like how to say different. The innovation inside. Okay, Tai Chi has some innovations. Xingyi and Bagua. Three of them is not the thing that people understand like the image. Like Xingyi, like aggressive. It's not. Without that, you can do the others can be more aggressive. Look, okay. As I told you, it's a key principles of innovation inside the boxing. Xingyi one, I want to be clear about this. When you show on the stage to the audience, if I do, very deep cultivation inside, people cannot see how to be impressed. That's a show, okay? When we fight, it's silence and still first before the hit, that round, okay? So when we perform, we show that kind of iconic move and iconic of power, right? But when we fight in the real, it's like if I if you never, I would say, know about the gun, when you watch 1 years old like that, I show the gun to and point to you, you will not scared, right? But if I show the gun and point to you now, hey Tony, don't pray like this. I will ask you, have you ever got shot from the gun? No. Why are you scared? So this is the idea, inside, not outside. The perception. Tai Chi Chuan is not like people thought that, oh, it's going to be slow for all men. Oh, you have no idea. Tai Chi Chuan is come from the basic thing, like I told you. It's called 定式, steady posture first, each postures. Second one, 连式, continuing without gaps, like the girl walking the basket. Last one, 快家, fast and furious, and all high qualities. Like the girl, can walk along the mountain or the small bridge or whatever talents that she can go. So this is the way. So 3 of this is not the technique. It's the
It's
wisdom
interesting.
that you have. Yeah.
It's interesting, Tony. You've experienced a lot of martial arts and a lot of training, and you've experienced everything from testing yourself, like let's call it like street style training, competition training, no holds barred training, and then you've gone into internal systems, right? Bagua, Tai Chi, Xingyi. So how has that shaped your and what do you focus on now with your students in developing them?
As I explained at first, I let them to understand themselves first, the posture, the structure first. Without that, I cannot skip it. Of course, the teaching technique, but we separate.
Foundation.
Foundation. You
Foundation's
cannot skip.
everything. Yeah.
People come to study under me at first, come from they see the demonstration that very effective there, and they don't believe it somehow. Some policeman they said, and my student said, touch him, and you can feel like down immediately. Down because not like mystic power. Down because the details of your practice. Okay,
Yeah.
it's that way. So I teaching the structure first, then teaching the basic thing with details. Why is this? Why is that? And how you can improve your skill. Okay, then also technique. The technique has many levels. First, understand the techniques. Simple, the mechanic. Fulcrum, load, and fulcrum here, control here. And next one is about kind of, it's like, how to say, different engine, diesel, benzene, hybrid, and EV. Yeah. Each is like, takes time to produce and different. 内进, 内 is mean internal. 进 is mean not brute force, okay? Kind of controlling the force, smoothly, like emit the force. It's not like Li. Liang is mean kind of the brute force, okay? The technique, same technique. If like a Chinese armbar that you hold one and then breaking the elbow like this, right? Beginner levels, they cannot apply when the enemy is against. The second levels is like they're changeable. When enemy against, they change the technique. All right. The third level is like even the enemies against you, not like let you breaking the elbow here. The problem is not the enemies. The problem is you. Mostly you use the force by the posture outside. But if you fix the posture inside, whatever they against you, you change there. As you can see in my video, some just look like micro movement, but the student is like go to that direction because of the force that you can control the space inside your bodies. Okay, so that is the training. So some how to say it's not technique. The technique or the form you can teach and finish easily. Okay, but the power somehow you need to touch the students and guide them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Definitely.
guide them. Okay.
Yeah, I think happens through touch. I think students can only sometimes realize What level of power there is by touching someone that has acquired it.
Yeah.
And having that shown to them, explain to them, and train them to develop it.
This is the way.
So,
This
Tony,
is the way. I think this is
yeah,
true.
this is the way. When it comes to a practical application, how do you bridge that gap between traditional kung fu training, traditional internal training, and fighting ability?
The traditionals is kind of you need to have the skill that harmonize with your enemies more than forcing them. Okay. Now, when I fight things or touching hands with stranger or my students when we testing powers, I never guard or block their strike at all. So they have many levels that you can use in the real fight. Okay. At first, we think about the strength, the stamina, the timing. Of course, we need to use that. But at first, you need to learning step by step from normal first, like sensitivity drills, like listen the movement, move the body, evade or whatever, understand the body principles. Second level is like stick. Okay, like it's like playing football. Okay, playing football is kind of like the good one. Even you have the power, that player that run along to the goal, you cannot get that ball from him. The ball is like move around his bodies. Then you're strong, you try to slide to attack him, you missed him. You go into the emptiness all the time, and the ball is like floating around himself, and run along with him too.
Yeah.
That's kind of world class player. And you
Yeah.
can see, yeah, and harmonize. Ask me that. Oh, what about that? The internal is harmonizations, and you're not afraid. Okay, you need to understand. If you understand, it's bit tong, and you got it. It's like I go to your house. I want to stealing something from you. I come into the house. You turn off the light. I walk through. I don't know what it is, where it is, and I kick, some of the table. I hurt my fingers, my toe, and I fall down. You put the toy on the floor. I fall on that. So hurt. But even you turn off the light, you can walk along your room. So this internal that at the end that you can see that it's like some world class fighter in Muay Thai, like Samat Payak Arun. It's not about that he can hit the others. Not only that, but the other cannot hit him. Yeah, they cannot apply the weapons on him. Just like 1 centimeters to his face, you cannot reach there. All right.
Amazing.
It's just like that. It's not too much, not too less. But only that if you hit him 10 times, but you never get the point and hit him, your mind got destroyed. You will feel like, oh, mine is more terrible there. This is the way. This is the way that internal is.
Yeah.
And internal, let me tell you this, like you're fishing. You never show the fish that you have the good bait that, if you, hey, I have the, high technologies fishing here. No, you need to make the bait like the natural nature play. That the level to hook, many levels too. Hook to the skin. If you pull so hard, it's gonna lose. Hook into the meat. Somehow you lost the way to pull nicely. It's gonna lose too. You need to make the fish thought that this is a good bait that they need to hook into the bone. So you need to understand the distance, the mind. Okay. Last level is about the mind. The mind control. The mind control is like the magicians, different from the one that like scammer. Scammer is cheating you, you feel fail and suffer. The magicians, you lost the way, but you still like him. So this is the way. You practice the high levels, you never hurt your enemies. You make them to be friends and laughing that what the heck is happened here? This is the
Yeah.
way.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. So my closing question to you is, what keeps you motivated in your martial arts journey today?
I just the beginner, long way to go. Trust me. The world and universe is very big, more than you can think about it. I still be student now, study under some teacher, so that's my motivation to go inside more.
Great answer. Okay, so we're going to go on to the quick fire round now, and Alex is going to ask you an either or question, and you just say the first answer that comes to your head. Okay?
Yeah, no tricks, no thing. It's not right or wrong even. It's just quick responses. First one, internal or external?
Internal
Structure or strength?
structure,
Speed or timing?
timing,
Technique or pressure?
technique,
Forms or sparring?
sparring.
Solo training or partner work?
That works.
Traditional training or modern methods?
Traditional,
Hard training or smart training?
smart training,
Control or power?
control.
That's the end of our quickfire questions. I would have said everything you said there, but there's neither right nor wrong because there's always an explanation for something else. But it's just a little bit of fun at the end of of the interview. Been absolutely fantastic talking to you. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to talk again, Tony. And who knows if I end up in Bangkok, I'll come and try and get in touch. Go for some tea.
Anytime, you guys.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
And for
so
our listeners out
appreciate.
there, how can they contact you, or how can they find out more about you?
So you can go to my page, Internal Pugilism Thailand. Okay, that easy way, and you can see everything that we are doing in our school.
Internal Pugilist Thailand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Lovely.
Well, Tony, thank you so
absolutely
much
wonderful.
for spending this
Thank
time.
you.
Really wonderful speaking
Thank
to
you.
you. And I think we have to do a part 2 at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I appreciate you guys that
No,
you
thank you.
invite me to your podcast.
No, it's been wonderful having you and very informative as well. So thank you very much.
Yes.
Hey everyone, thank you for watching this episode of Voices of Kung Fu. This podcast is brought to you by the ICG-PMA, the International Chow Gar Praying Mantis Association. If you enjoyed this conversation, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who value the deeper path of martial arts. You can also watch more episodes on YouTube or listen on other major podcast platforms. If you'd like to support the podcast and help us continue sharing these conversations, you can do so through buymeacoffee.com/voices of kung fu. You'll find a link in the description below. Your support helps keep these stories, these teachings, and these lineages alive and accessible to the world. Until next time, train with patience, practice with humility, and keep the spirit of kung fu alive.